Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock, and it is the preview for the game on Sunday and also the final game of the 2020-2021 season between Fulham against Newcastle United, which would be a 4 o'clock kickoff down at Craven Cottage. So we came off the back of that 1-0 home victory against Sheffield United on Wednesday. Great to see the fans back, and Joe Willock, he just can't stop scoring, can he? The kid has been absolutely brilliant. He really, really has. And Fulham came off the back of a 1-1 away draw, and that was against Manchester United. Could Fulham have took all 3 points out of that game? Because question of that, should that Man United goal have counted? It was a cracking strike, but was there an offside in that? There's been a lot of debate going on about that, I must say. But final game of the season away to Fulham. I think when this game is finished tomorrow, a lot of fans are just going to be delighted that the season will be over at this moment of time. It's been a rotten season, I must say, pretty much. Yes, we're safe. We've got Premier League football for next season, but there has been a lot of angry moments, frustrations, and a lot of unrest for this season. There has been a lot of that. Indeed, I must say, and we need to change desperately in the summer. We really, really need to. But it's just a thing, how many points are we now going to finish on throughout the rest of the season? Well, according to Steve Bruce, he says if we reach that 45-point mark, he's going to class it as a decent season, and claims he's done very well at this moment of time. All I'm going to say is, give me a break. Are you seriously? Come on, man. This season has been appalling. How many times have I said it in my previous videos? This season has been a write-off. And when this season is over, I will be giving my thoughts on the overall season as well. So, yeah. But it's not been great. It's been awful. So, yeah. And fans are saying the same. But Steve Bruce, being Steve Bruce, he claims he's done a good job this season. And to say, if we get 45 points, it's classed as a good season. My God, I'm sick of the bloke every time he's given a press conference, every single time. My word. Players to come back, and players who could be missing. Well, we still got Darlow, Lascelles and Hayden out, and also Fraser as well. Fabian Schär is back from a suspension. He served the final game last week. Well, this week against Sheffield United. So he will be back for the final game tomorrow. Could this also prove to be his last game? We shall wait and see. A lot of other players are coming to the end of their contracts now, so it'll be interesting to see if that will also be their final game tomorrow as well. We have got injury doubts to Martin Dubravka, ASM and Joe Linton. Joe Willock is okay, but the other 3 are going to be assessed before the game. Should I risk them? I don't think I would at this moment of time. 1 game left of the season. What have we got to play for? Nothing really. Apart from, well, according to Steve Bruce, 45 points, but that means feck all. So, yeah. But I wouldn't risk them personally just for 1 game left. I really, really wouldn't. And Fulham, they're still going to be without Tom Kearney, Anton Robinson, and also going to be without Mitrovic as well, who are going to be missing tomorrow for them as well. But we shall wait and see. I think when the final whistle goes, everyone will just be delighted that this season is now gone, because it's just been awful. It really, really has, I must say. The players we need to look out for Fulham, because I think they do have some really good players in their side. Yes, they are relegated. If there was that point where they're thinking, oh, there's the chance they're now going to get out of it and we were going to go in, but then their form started to dip once again. And the game against Burnley, when they lost 2-0, that confirmed their relegation back to the Championship. It did. But these are the players I have picked out to watch out for Fulham. Starting off with this man, Lookman. I think he's really good. I think he's a very decent midfielder. He can certainly drive with the ball. He can take on players, and our defence knows, well, we are going to have to keep an eye out on him, because I do rate that lad, I must say. Another one I've picked out is Cavallero. I think he's another decent player. as well. Probably doesn't score much, but I think he's decent. I must say so. Again, defence will have to make sure as well. Another one I've picked out is Anguissa. I think he's a good midfielder. I think he could certainly pick a pass out. He could certainly try from long range. He was unlucky that he was denied by the woodwork against Burnley. But again, not a bad player as well. And another one I've picked out, and that is Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who is on loan from Chelsea. Again, I think when he's on his game, I think he's very good, I must say. Probably doesn't get a lot of chances at Chelsea, which I'm very surprised. But I think he's a very decent attacker midfielder, I must say. So that's what we're going to have to watch out for when we take on Fulham tomorrow. So, as I mentioned, them are the players that I have picked out for. So, for the predicted lineup, which I'm going to get into for the final game tomorrow, as I said, I wouldn't risk Dubravka, Jolin and ASM because it's one game left. So I'm going to pick out these players who I think should come in and step in for them three. Start off in goal, Mark Gillespie. Maybe give that lad a chance. See what he can do. He hasn't played since that Newport game where he made that absolute howler, but it's one game left. Why not chuck him in and see what he can do? Into the three centre-backs, they're going to stay the same. Start off with Emil Kraft on the right centre-back spot. He's done well. He has done pretty well there the last couple of games there, I must say. But we'll be interested to see if we do offload him in the summer. I just don't think he's good enough. But last two games he's been okay, but it's just not convinced me at all. Middle of the centre-backs, Federico Fernandez. He has been solid. I would like to see this lad stay on. Will we give him a deal? We shall just wait and see. But I think he's been one of our best centre-backs, Federico Fernandez. He really, really has. Left of the centre-backs, Paul Dummett, again the same, has been very solid as well lately. And a rumour we could give him the contract extension. Give him it. I think he's deserved it, in my opinion. I think the lad is very solid. And I want to see this lad stay on at this football club. I really, really do. The wing-back positions, I think these are going to stay the same as well. Right wing-back spot, Jacob Murphy. He has been absolutely a breath of fresh air. He's just been absolutely fantastic, has he? I'll give this lad a new contract because he is out of contract in the summer. Give him that new deal. He deserves it as well. Because when he's come back from the two loan spells, he's looked a different player. So that is why... give him that new deal. I really, really want to see him stay on. Left wing back spot, Matt Ritchie, again the same. He's been brilliant as well since he got introduced back into the side. He really, really has. And that's what we all love about Matt Ritchie, don't we? His passion, his work rate, it's just brilliant. It really, really is. Midfield roles. First of all, Jonjo Shelvey. Again, same, has been quite decent the last couple of games, but again, it's just not been good enough all season. And then again, it's another player which should be offloading in the summer, I must say, because it's been nothing but of laziness a lot of the time this season, which has been the really frustrating thing. Next player in the midfield role, and that's going to be Joe Willock. Can you drop him at this moment of time? You certainly can't. Is it going to be his final game for us? It will be a real shame because I would love to see the lad get signed permanently, but it looks like Arteta does want to keep him on. But if we make a bid that Arsenal certainly can't turn down, we might end up getting him permanently, but we'll wait and see. We've just got to wait and see. I would love to see it happen. The fans made it clear they want to see Joe Willock stay at this football club, and I think himself, he wants to stay at this football club as well. So just offer the money to Arsenal and see what they say. Last of the midfield role, and I'm going to go with Sean Longstaff. I think I'm going to start him in the side this time and see what he can do. He's been dropped the last couple of games, but I don't think he's put a foot wrong to be dropped, I must say, because Steve Bruce has preferred Shelvey and to be given the captain's armband, which he simply did not deserve at all. But I am going to start Sean Longstaff tomorrow against Fulham. Now, the attacking two up front. First of all, I'm going to go with Miggy. I'm going to play him just that bit further forward. That's where he should be playing mostly, just a bit further forward. Centre midfield role is not his position. It just really, really is not. So, play him further forward and see what he can do. And hopefully it makes him that player what he should be, as playing as bit further up front. And alongside him, I'm going to go with Andy Carroll. Actually, this could be definitely his final game of the season by the looks of it. It looks like he is going to be out of the club by the looks of it when the season ends, and it doesn't look like we are going to give him that new contract, which, to be honest, I think the bloke's time is now done in terms of for Premier League football. He's not the same player. The injuries have really caught up with him, and he's just lost that pace now. But play him tomorrow and see what he can do on the final game for Newcastle United. Could he get a goal and end on a high? We shall wait and see. So that is the predicted lineup that I've gone with. Would you go with that lineup? As I said, I wouldn't risk the players who are going to be assessed. So Dubravka, ASM and Joe Linton. I just don't think we should risk them on the final day. The season's done. What is the point? So there you are. Score prediction. Can we end the season on a high? Well, we'll wait and see. But I'm going to win. I'm going to go for Newcastle to win by 2-1 on the final game of the season. It'll be slightly interesting to see where we finish in the table now when the season's over. But as I mentioned, the season has been awful. It really, really has. So let me know, as always, down in the comment section how we're going this game, your predicted lineup, and of course your score prediction will be as well. After the game, give me quick thoughts, and I'll be doing a player ratings video as well for the final game of this season. Thank you for watching. Of course, don't forget to give this video a like. Please drop your comments in as well. And of course, if you haven't checked me out before, please do hit the subscribe button. And till then, I shall catch you all later. Take care. Can we end the season on a high? Or is it just, are we just going to lose if Fulham are going down without a fight?